Congressman, good to see you. Before we talk about this potential relief package, I do want to ask you about the breaking news that former Congressman, California AG Xavier Becerra will most likely be nominated by President-elect Biden to be the Secretary of Health and Human Services. Your sense of what that appointment would mean?
Well, I'd be delighted. I'm a big believer in putting thoughtful people, capable and competent people into those positions. And I know Javier very well. We served in the House together for many years. He was the, people forget this, but he was the Democratic caucus chair for a number of years. And I just know his temperament. He is even-handed, even-keeled, very, very thoughtful. He's a policy guy. It's nice to see a Latino in a very senior cabinet position, along with the appointment proposed for the Department of Homeland Security. So anyway, take it from a guy who knows Javier really well. That would be a tremendous appointment, assuming the Senate were to confirm.
And to your point, it would be another historic appointment. He would be the first Latino to serve as head of HHS if he was, in fact, confirmed. Turning now to this relief effort, your sense of where things stand.
Well, I've been really cautious, Alicia, because for months now, whenever I've gotten optimistic, of course, I've had my hopes dashed. But this feels different. It feels different for good reasons, in as much as pretty much everybody except Mitch McConnell has embraced the $908 billion deal that you were discussing. My guess is that if the president supports it and you have Republican support in the Senate, Mitch will come around and we will get this done. Of course, the other reason why I am optimistic is a much darker reason, which is our economy is slowing down. The incidence of the COVID disease out there in terms of new cases and deaths and everything else are at record numbers. And so my colleagues, I think, no longer distracted by the election, realize that it is really essential that before we break for the holidays, we have meaningful relief for people, for small businesses, and by the way, money for making sure that this vaccination gets into as many people as rapidly as possible.
Do you have sticking points or deal breakers for you as these negotiations carry forward?
Well, I don't. The plan is, of course, not the plan I would have drafted, but that's the nature of a bipartisan compromise. And one of the things Washington really needs to learn is the attitude of feeling pretty good when you get a lot of what you want. And this bipartisan compromise contains very substantial money for small businesses, $300 billion. It contains a reauthorization of money for unemployment insurance, which otherwise will expire and run out. And, unemployment insurance goes to people who don't have jobs. And so it's really, really important. It also contains significant money for schools and educational institutions. So, no, it's not the bill that Jim Himes would love to bring home. But again, I'm one of 535 people on Capitol Hill. So it's got a lot of what I want. It's a good deal. It's something that we should be able to compromise around. If you can't compromise now, folks, when people are desperate, you got to really look yourself in the mirror and say, what is it that I could agree to? And what am I doing here if I'm not willing to compromise?
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.